Hey everyone, I'm Tassinix, and we're here, myself, Dagger, and TJ, to do a preview for the upcoming Season 42 3 versus 3 Grand Arena Championship for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So, right now, it's Monday night. Lock in for the first week of the season has started. So, we're hours, tomorrow will be the first matchmaking, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it's 3 versus 3. We've got this new set with the crazy stats on it. It's going to be just absolutely wild. Dagger, TJ, thank you both so much for being here. How you guys doing tonight?
Uh, Good.
Nobody.
And for me, just say I'm just procrastinating what's about to come. The show of shit.
Yeah. I got to make sure that your audio is getting picked up. Is it? It is. Yeah. Well, you got the right one, man. So why don't I see his audio? Talk, TJ.
Testes, testes. There's one
Yeah,
and
see, that's
two.
not working. Why isn't that working?
I can swap over too. I'm on my AirPods. So if we need to swap, I can
Well,
always swap to
I
the.
guess it's picking you up on
You're
desktop
fine.
audio, but it should. Anyway, I think it's working. I'm not going to question it for now, so. Eh? All right, Dagger, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here.
Oh, just busy, busy, busy. I actually will have time, just in time for 3v3. Yay, me! I have time to play GAC.
All right. All right.
So
Well,
F me,
guys,
right?
I guess we have to shake it up a bit. We don't talk about what worked and what didn't work when we didn't play last week. I guess this will probably be a little more brief than most of the other episodes, but I guess the first thing that comes to me, jumps to mind, is what's looking fresh. Let's talk about the shape of your front line. What's the shape of your front line look like? Is it going to be a lot of GL action? Is it going to be a lot of non-GL teams that are boosted by crazy crons? You don't have to give away the farm, but what's kind of like the high-level week one going in for you guys? What you say? TJ, go ahead and kick us off there.
It's a dagger week. This is not a week that you come in, big ball in it, and trying to do it. This is the dagger week. We are everybody, especially round one. Nobody knows nothing about nothing. We're all gray area. So if you come in trying to do that, you're screwed.
That's
Simple enough.
absolutely true.
What's and another piece too is we didn't get the luxury of what we did with the last set and the craziness that was CG. So we are limited on resources and what you have and what you can do and what you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a lot of testing, looking, seeing, learning, and then probably learning the hard way if I had to guess one time or two times. But nobody knows nothing. So how can you go super ham without knowing that you're just going to get screwed?
Yep. Completely agree.
Yep. I mean, there are two level 9s that are already broken. They don't work. The
Oh,
level 3s are
geez.
broken and don't work.
Is that a PSA we want to
Um,
give to the people what are the level nines that are busted to avoid them?
Bastila Shan's only works if you're the leader. If
Wow,
she, in fact, is the leader, because they copy pasted that one. So it only works if she's the leader.
man, disappointing.
And the other one is the stupid. It's one of the level 6s. And I think there's another level 9 that doesn't work, but I can't speak to that because I wasn't in the testing room. And the level 3s are broken for two different reasons. Number one, they count themselves, and it clearly says each other. So in 3v3, have fun with your 45% extra health protection on your three characters.
Yeah,
And if you put a light side one on there, and there's at least one, I think, is it one or two light side characters? Might be two light side characters. It'll give everybody the boost. So Java, everybody gets it.
yep,
Light side or dark side level 3. Everybody on the Java team gets 75% health protection.
it's true.
So to what TJ was saying, yeah, with the broken level 3s and everything else, we're saving five GLs for offense boils. Hopefully it's good
Yeah,
enough.
I really think I really think that's it. That's the essence of it. It's got to be something like 5 GLs on offense. I I think even going down to 4 is just lethal. Like lethal. Like there is absolutely no chance anything you try can afford to go wrong if you do something so heavy in this week. In this week 1. Now, if you want to be big and bold, you want to try it. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to make somebody hurt with these crons, but I wonder if it hurts you more. You know, so that's fair, guys.
Did you see the Lawler skates of Ray whirlwinding a 5s and taking away half his protection?
Yes, I have. It's now that's in 5s though, right? So thank God.
Well, no. This is 5s, not gas. 5s.
No. I'm saying in 5 versus 5. My bad.
Yes, but 5s doesn't get any other modifiers in 5s. Gas gets the modifiers.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, as far as, being a beneficiary of the Datacron, pushing out stats.
I was simply pointing out that Ray's not going to beat shit.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, Ray was mostly on defense for most people in most situations anyhow, so that's not groundbreaking, I guess. I'm okay with it. Plus, we're rife with health and offense on this set, and I don't know. There's probably going to be some pretty solid Rays out there. We'll see.
Have you seen some of the? Since this will be a shorter episode, I just want to say, like, I'm in Maw Rhodium, and TJ and Tess are in Maw Chromium, Maw 1. Mm-hmm. Let me just say this right now. I've looked at some of y'all's Datacrons, and y'all have like the level 3s with like 300% defense or like 80% protection or 75% health. This is just not going to be fun at the top end.
No, it's going to be absolutely brutal, and I'm starting out week 1. I think somewhere right around or just outside or just inside the top 10. So definitely bracket 2, I think. But like, God, yeah, I'm gonna have to be.
I just want to interject real quick.
Yeah.
You're in danger.
Yeah.
You ain't lying. It's gonna be brutal out there. All right. So we
really quick.
Yeah,
is the overwhelming strat from everybody just basically going to be place your C+, B- teams on defense that benefit from bulk, like gas, sear, like all? You're just going to place these things and just make your opponent deal with them. Is that basically the goal for week 1?
Right. I mean, in general, folks. I mean, we've definitely harped on this before. Week 1 is about intelligence gathering, right? Like, you don't have intel to pull from any kind of GAC history where this new set was a factor. So you are rewarded for playing it safe in general, but this one feels extra super dangerous, right? So that's why we're making the point, all three of us, to emphasize that, make sure that you're saving adequately, all right, and to Dagger's point, yeah, you're able to put like B and C tier teams on defense and just like buff them, just blow them out with these huge stats on the crons. It's gonna be interesting. A lot of drops here this week, I expect, with people testing things. All right,
yeah,
so.
Man.
We were talking about, what we're bringing into, how we're laying out the board. Hi, little one. How we're laying out the board in week 1. What's another topic you guys want to touch on here going into the first week?
Put your GLs up front, bottom front.
GLs up front.
The most expensive zone, or the most expensive bottom is more points.
So if you are setting GLs up...
Any GLs you're setting, make your opponent beat them first.
Now, that for about the last season or so, I've really enjoyed the results I've gotten from having a GL split off up top. So why specifically advocate against that here?
Because so one of the reasons to advocate for putting a GL in front of fleet is in 5v5 specifically, the top is worth more than the bottom.
Yeah.
So you want to put the counters that they automatically have an answer to, like Jabba, things like that, right? When they look at it like, I know what my counter is. All right, cool. Don't put that bottom front. Make them actually make decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In this 3v3, I think you just want to punish your opponent for not knowing what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to do that by blocking off the more expensive zone.
All right. Fair. It's
if you split it 1-1 and they take... Yeah, if they take some 3 GLs to get through your 1 GL bottom, and they take bottom, and you can't clear like enough zones, like you still lose.
Mm-hmm. It's fair. That's completely fair. Hi, little one. Got a special guest appearance from little lady in her yellow dress.
But I think TJ might have might have a different view of it, so I'm curious to see what he might think.
Yeah? Got something to say, TJ?
I don't see it. To me, the all in on the bottom still feels the right method right now because you still have to be able to clear everything in the back, and then you can still put very strong Bs up top. Because of what the
Sure.
set is doing, light and dark, and the fact that you can mix and match and it can put it together like the Star Killers or whatever, however you want to do it, right? As long as you have your answers for what they're going to put out or what you think the answers are going to be, locking down bottom front to then have something, I would say with what you're talking about, Tash, you still want something nice in the back, but this is an all legs in the basket bottom, feels like, and then something that's very tough up top still. Doesn't have to be a GL. Obviously, the one that I'm assuming is going to be like Gas.
I mean,
Gas will do so much everywhere, but yeah, you still need to be able to get through the front, and we don't know what that's going to look like until end of week 1 probably.
yeah.
Sear Cow Crew also seems
Sorry, go ahead.
like it's problematic enough to put in front of Fleet.
Yes. I actually have really enjoyed that for that whole last 5 season. It was incredible.
Just all the bulk, all the extra bulk, all the middle finger, all the not getting through this.
Yeah, it seems heinous. I'm into it. But guys, any like other topics you want to cover here? So we talked about general board shape. We've talked about the need to be conservative. We talked about how we're going to kind of arrange things. Anything else that's really jumping out to you here for the going into week 1?
Oh yeah, for the majority of us, I know Tass and I have discussed this ad nauseum. I don't know if TJ and I have discussed this. Pick a handful of teams you're okay not taking a Datacron with week 1 because I'm going to run it.
Yes. That's a really good point. Unless you're really shelling out on Datacrons, which a lot of folks in our neck of the woods do. If you're just like refreshing through the 100s, you'll end up having a solid roster of Datacrons after the second conquest with the new set. But for the first one, and particularly for the first week of the first conquest, things are lean. So yes, if you're in our boat with respect to that, do not overcommit Datacrons to defense, because you would rather have them on offense. You want that at your back when you're going up against these monsters out here. So.
Yeah, and if you're going to use C Watt, there's plenty of teams you can beat without using a Crown.
Yeah, that's true.
You might be able to skim.
Yeah. That's probably a better resource split than doing it with like just C alone, but a much brawnier Kron. Probably want to save that Kron for something else.
Yep.
TJ, anything else jumping out at you? That was a good point.
That's 100% what it is. Just different words, same method though. Still resource management.
Mm-hmm.
Your resources are your lifeline to either your success or your failure. So if you haven't managed that correctly, or you've said, "I was all my best on there," but now what are you going to use to take something out because they're doing the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
You're screwed. They're not, because they may have gone just a little bit lighter. So
yeah,
resource management is the number. Spending too much is the number one no-no. But the right with that, right behind that is if you put all your eggs in the basket and your resources are now gone, you're screwed just as hard. So that is, cannot stress that enough. That resource management is going to be almost guaranteed the key to your success or your failure.
Yeah. Yep. Particularly
and
here for week 1.
And really quick, I have a suspicion as well. We'll see if it pans out this week. And I'll just say it here because it'll be after lock, at least for the non-patrons.
Right.
I have a feeling, just like when we had the turn meter level 3, we're going to start putting some speed on certain characters on certain teams because we're going to have to go first. That's going to be how you're going to beat some of this bulk. You're going to have to go first.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's okay. I mean, I guess I'd rather go back to a meta where speed was a factor more than having to deal with turn meter crons again. It's kind of
Well, yeah, but I mean, like there are teams that if you go second and your opponent is too bulky, like what happens when they put the defense up?
no. I'm absolutely agreeing with you, and I'm saying I would
Oh
rather
yeah,
return to a meta where having
oh yeah,
literal more speed is the determinant than haha, I have a 20% cron. Eat my dust.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Nom
pretty
nom
fair.
nom nom me
Yeah,
dust.
exactly. All right. Well, guys, final thoughts here. Anything else you wanted to say? Get it off your chest before we head on into the wild blue yonder. That will be this exploratory week.
I'm going to give
I'll
you the
go.
30-second version of this instead of the 10-minute version of this.
Do it
3v3 is horrible, and no one should play it.
every damn
And they should
time.
remove it from the game because it's that bad. But I need crystals, so guess who's going to play it? Woohoo!
All right. Finally, a pragmatic approach. All right. TJ.
I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Love your content creator. They are going to make a shit ton of mistakes. Thank you, Tass. And we are going to learn from that. So it's not to downgrade any content creator. I'm just talking shit to Taz, but the fact remains that we can learn so much from them and what they do or don't do that can put you miles ahead. So that's why I say this, and I said you need to love your content creator because they're out there in the wild and they're on Front Street, and whatever they do or don't do, you get the benefit from that. So watch, learn, because you'll be much better.
That is a good point. I mean, yeah, do the research where you can. Because you won't have Swagga.gg on your side until next week. So, good points, guys. Last thought for me is enjoy. This is going to be nuts, man. Like, the cool thing... So, the bad news is, a lot of these crons out there are going to be pretty challenging. A lot of the things that you've been doing to shoot evenly or punch up into these B teams or even some of the A teams... probably not going to happen for the next quarter. So get used to the new normal and have fun with it because you kind of get to test the bones of what you're thinking about conceptually here in threes. And you'll get to expand on it and really see how it applies in fives. But get a sense of how this is going to work and get a feeling of the proportion of it. Just enjoy yourselves. So, with that said, thank you, TJ, Dagger. Appreciate you guys making the time. And, happy belated Father's Day that was yesterday. I know we all said it to each other already, but getting it out there, getting it out to the fine folks out in the community. Patrons, you'll have this video here tonight. All of my other fine YouTube subscribers will see this video on Friday. As always, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.
And remember, the only thing bigger than these level 3s is Tastix's waistline.
Aw.